Hey guys, I got a guest on the show again.
Hey, it's me, Skides Games, or just Skides, joining here. Yeah.
Alrighty. So, ironically, as a free-to-play player, this time around, for this follow-up video, I figured I'd get the perspective of someone who's paid into the game.
Yep.
The background gameplay you'll see here is of an armor emblem team I encountered. So just keep an eye on that. So Skides, how much have you paid into this game so far?
Total probably like $60, which is kind of bad sounding, but that's overall like that's like throughout the entire game. Starting, I think I first spent money during the what banner was it? Maybe the Spring Festival, and then since then I've made like purchases. So about, yes, that's like at least $10 a month if you divide it up. So yeah,
it's almost like a paid subscription to an online game.
Yeah, pretty much. And I love Fire Emblem, so I mean I don't mind paying for it because I'm supporting the game, so that's pretty cool.
So what made you spend money for orbs in the first place?
I don't know. Like I think it's honestly just the whole gacha like addiction slash like, you know, that drive where you want to get those characters that you want, and then it's like, oh, you used up all your orbs, you didn't get that character that you want, and then there's that option right there to pay, like, you know, like what is it, like $13 or whatever just to get like 20 more orbs, and I'm like, oh man, that's like an entire summoning session, like why not? And then I just go for it.
Yeah, $13 for 20 orbs plus 3 bonus ones.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot just for a single full summoning session.
Yeah. I think it's a little pricey, but hey, like, I mean, it has helped out though. Like, I mean, there are those times where I purchase orbs and it's like kind of sucky, but I mean, whenever I've purchased orbs, I've always gotten at least like 1 or 2 5-stars. So I guess we've just been lucky.
The irony is, the reason why I saved my orbs is so that way I could get my favorite unit, whereas you spent orbs to get your favorite unit. We are literally two sides of the coin.
Yeah. For me, I don't know. I guess my position's sort of different because I mean, like I do have a job, and for someone my age, I guess a lot of my friends don't have jobs and they're trying to get jobs or whatever. So I guess for like as my perspective as someone who doesn't have to like pay bills yet or like live on their own, I mean, it's okay for me, I guess. But
yeah, you've got the disposable income.
Yeah, so I'm good right now, but soon I won't be. But
yeah, for example, when you're an adult like me, you have to pay for your own shit.
Yeah.
Like broken windows that cost $300.
Ooh, that sounds like a sounds like there's a story behind that one.
Oh yeah, I mentioned it in like 2 videos a couple weeks ago. I think it was like before my whatever you do not spend your orbs video.
Oh, I remember
somewhere
that one.
Around
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Good dang.
So to put it into perspective, the $60 that you spent on Fire Emblem Heroes could have bought like a 2 brand new copies of a 3DS game.
Actually, just one, because it's $40, right? They're $40. Yeah, I think 3DS games are $40. Well, it depends. Like, I mean, if something was on sale, yeah. Or like,
oh no, actually, what you could get is Fire Emblem Fates.
Oh, true.
The entire trilogy. You would get that for. Is that 60? Or is that 80?
Is it 60 or 80? Okay, so I know
Fuck
if
it,
you.
Who cares? Fire
Yeah. It's like one Switch game.
Just kidding.
Yeah. One Wii U
Watch
Switch game.
Half the fan base
Yeah.
immediately get triggered.
They're like, wait, it's actually like this much dollars and yeah.
No, it only half sucks. Conquest was good.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I do.
I'm
like
still
Conquest.
playing through Fates.
Oh yeah, which one?
Birthright. I haven't gotten to Conquest or Revelations yet because, ironically, I've been dedicating all of my time to Fire Emblem Heroes.
Oh yeah, I snoozed through Birthright, but yeah, Fire Emblem Heroes. I know Echoes came out, and I played Echoes nonstop. But then Fire Emblem Heroes started getting all this new stuff, and then Heroes actually like drew me away from Echoes for a while, and then I was like, man, I really need to go back and beat Echoes, and so I did.
But yeah, long story short, forget the numbers because we are. Yeah. You could get 3DS games for how much he paid into Fire Emblem Heroes.
That's pretty bad.
Not to spend shame you, of course.
I know. Oh man, it's
but
pretty bad.
But that's how I rationalize not spending for myself. That's how I rationalize it. So I don't do it.
Yeah, like I should have a mentality. This is like it's like a guilty pleasure, honestly. Like spending money on this game.
Yeah. What can I do? I mean, some people out there might have some really disposable income that they really could just, shit out $200 and not even care.
Yeah, like those freaking whale accounts that have like +10 everything.
Oh man, that horse emblem. So, what do you think of the merging system anyway?
I feel like it's good for like 4-star heroes because you can just merge a whole bunch of 4-stars since they're so common. Then you can have like a 4-star hero be the same stats as a 5-star. But for 5-star heroes, I feel like there's kind of like a power gap only because again, 5-star heroes are like really hard to come by, and people like there are those people that spend a ton of money on this game to like max out their 5-star characters, and then most like 90% of like the player base aren't even gonna have like a 5-star unit that's like above like plus like 3 at most.
Yeah, me sitting over here with my 5 Ikes.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can merge them all if you wanted to, but I would just keep them separate.
I really wanted to, I could, but I don't think that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Do you think that the merging system is fair the way it is? Because I kind of feel like you do have to give a willing paying player the ability to, have more than, someone who doesn't pay, an advantage, maybe have those +10, 5-star merges. Do you think that it's fair that they could have those much higher stats than an ordinary person?
Well, now that you just explained it like that, I guess it does kind of make sense because they are paying money for the game, so it does kind of make sense that they're getting like the higher units or whatever. But yeah, I actually think that's okay because the game does a good job of like making sure that that there's still a chance for people who don't pay any money at all for the game. Like when you go into the arena, you might run into like a heavily merged unit, but it shouldn't like affect your progress too much. So yeah, I think it's actually alright based on how you just explained it now. That actually kind of makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because I've gone against merged +10 units in arena before. Granted, it's not fun, but it's still beatable because when you put it into perspective, the +10, that's basically an extra 10 levels. Sure. And it's still possible to deal damage and kind of compete with a level 30 unit compared to a 40.
Yeah. It's not, the power creep isn't that huge, I don't think.
That, and I believe the merged level ups are generally reeled back as well. There's no like perfect level ups when you merge.
Yeah, it's only like, I think it's only 2 or maybe 3 stats, maybe 2. I think just 2. So
I've only done like 1 merge, and that was Ike, and I believe his HP and attack went up by 1. That was it.
Yeah. So it only increases 2 stats. So
yeah, not too bad. I don't know about higher merges, but the first one, it only increased 2 stats.
Yeah. And again, I do appreciate the merging for 4 stars so that you can, if you just have a whole bunch of the same character, then you don't have to try to get a 5-star version of them. You could just merge like all, like however many you have, and then they'll be just as good as a 5-star.
Yeah. Now, going along the lines of the gacha system, IVs. Now this one's also a pretty touchy topic.
Yeah.
And I believe IVs were put into the game for 2 reasons. One is to give uniqueness to all of the characters that show up in the game. And 2, because of that uniqueness and the fact that certain critical stats to this particular character could be hurt by a Bane, it could cause that player to essentially continue summoning for the same character even though they got them. Essentially, they bought their product and got it, but now they want another one because the one they got wasn't good enough. Yeah. They can't exactly return the product. My turn? Therefore, IS will, in theory, make more money this way, because you might spend orbs. Like, say you got a attack Bane Ike, and Ike is your favorite character. You really want to use him, but when you did use him, the Bane is just affecting gameplay too much, and you just need to get that better one. Maybe you would end up spending orbs to get a new Ike.
Yeah, like that. I really think IVs are the IVs are pretty brutal sometimes, especially when you get that really good unit, but they're like unviable, or not unviable. Like, I wouldn't go as far as saying like some units are completely unusable with bad IVs, but yeah, like when you don't get those perfect IVs that you need, it really kind of sucks, you know. That's why I'm hoping those those coins that we get in Arena Assault, I'm hoping to God that they do something about the IVs.
Well, that's what a lot of people are saying or speculating that they're going to be for. But I don't believe that's what the sacred coins are going to be for, because that would undermine the entire gacha system overall.
That's very true.
Essentially defeating the purpose of the second point.
Yeah, that's true, because they could just keep it and make IVs unchangeable like totally, and then just have people just spend even more money trying to get these characters with the good IVs and stuff. You're right.
Okay.
So do you think you've gotten your money's worth after spending on Fire Emblem Heroes?
Yeah, I think so. Just looking at my my 5-star roster, every time I spent orbs specifically for a character, I ended up getting that character that I wanted. So overall, like, yeah, I think I'm satisfied. I think the orb purchasing is pretty fair. I think it's not too cost expensive. I think it's like a little bit overpriced. Just like some of the prices go down a little bit, but overall, I think it's all right. So yeah, I'm satisfied.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's a bit out of whack. A lot of other freemium games give you, like, generally speaking, a bit more currency for your money.
Yeah.
It seems Fire Emblem Heroes is kind of skimpy on the orbs, really.
Yeah, they are, especially like I like how they try to make the login orbs like such a big thing, when honestly they really should just be a thing, like a permanent thing, just 2 orbs every day you log in. I feel like that should just be perfect.
Ironically, I feel like they're not very forthcoming when it comes to giving things to paying players, but I personally feel like that they have been like incredibly generous when it comes to essentially free-to-play aspects, like Grand Hero Battle.
Oh yeah,
Maybe Hero Fest, login bonuses, especially the anniversary login bonuses. Some of the other things that give away orbs.
Yeah, and like the Arena Assault not having it not use any dueling crests or any stamina or anything. That's awesome. I'm glad that they made some type of mode where you don't have to use anything. And also, I think the best thing that they ever added besides the ability to switch your units at the beginning of a match is the stamina increase to 99. I think those two changes are honestly like my most hype changes like out of the entire game. Those are the things that I value the most.
Yeah, since Fire Emblem Heroes first came out 6 months ago, I think it's made really large strides since it first came out. Because when it first came out, all it did was make me want to play regular Fire Emblem games. Like, why am I playing this stupid Heroes game? There's no content. Everything's kind of dumbed down and simple. But in 6 months' time, they've come out with many more modes, many more characters, many more ways of playing. They've ended up creating a very in-depth meta. Although the meta may be stale for some people right now, but I believe it's actually become extremely critical, and you have to be careful of the units that's out there and plan accordingly. Not to say that you can't use what characters you want, but you just have to be mindful of what other people are using. Yeah.
And yeah, this game is crazy, man. I'm still in disbelief and shocked. I'm still shocked that the game has made $100 million. Like that's insane.
Yeah, this game was built to make money.
That's
true. They can't give away everything for free.
Yeah.
So how do you think the entire game as a whole performs in the aspect of paying versus free players?
Yeah, overall, I think it's a fair balance. The game doesn't hurt you too much. I know there are a lot of other games where paying seems to be like the everything, you know, like you can't be successful at the game unless you pay money. But this game is especially generous to free-to-play players, and paying money is sort of just like a little added boost if you're not like patient, or if you just want a little more to your gameplay, and that's what I honestly think it should be. So I think I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say it's overall very balanced as well, because you'd have to, if you're gonna spend money on the game, you should be given some sort of advantage. In the general aspect of things, I don't think, like I said in the last video, was that I don't think pay to win really exists in this game quite yet. At least not in a level you would see in any other game, especially ones with a more in-depth PvP aspect.
Ooh, PvP, man. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'd kill for PvP in this game.
Not too crazy on the PvP. It's basically you versus somebody else's team controlled by the retarded AI.
Yeah,
the bloodthirsty AI that you can bait really easily.
Oh, yeah, like, oh, man. I dream about PvP in this game. If we got, like, some, like, I know a lot of other, well, I don't know, like, a lot of other mobile games have it.
If actual PvP came to this game, I think this would actually start to become an issue, but until then, I feel like there's a good harmony between the two player bases, aside from maybe jealousy or something.
Yeah.
I'd say the only pay-to-win that exists in the game right now is to pay to beat the RNG. That's what you're really winning against.
Oh, yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
You gotta pay to win against the RNG of this fucking game.
Yeah. Oh, man, but yeah, PvP, that's like another, I feel like that should be another, we should make another video talking about that, because Yeah, well, that's like a whole nother discussion. I don't even think that'll ever happen.
Yeah.
But...
That could be an idea for a future video.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. I think we've reached the end of this discussion.
Yeah.
Considering the game and the community, it's pretty tame. So, not going to get too crazy. Considering that there isn't an in-depth PvP.
Oh yeah.
Not too much in the way of controversial opinions. We're pretty much in harmony here.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Alrighty, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Oh yeah, see you guys later. Bye-bye.